very much for the introduction, and also would like to thank very much for the invitation to be here today. It's a pleasure for me to talk to you about sustainability and biotechnology. That's really the topic that I work, and also very nice to take this opportunity, even being not Spanish. I'm not from Spain, but I'm originally from Brazil, and I work here in Denmark. Then I think it's super nice to have this opportunity. Thank you very much for the invitation. As introduced by Francisco, I have a background in chemical engineering and biotechnology, and in my current research, or in all my research, I have tried to combine both topics to develop something new, to develop new technologies that can potentially impact positively the society in any way that we can use better our resources, that we can have better opportunities to consume something better, etc. Then I try to prepare this presentation today to give the main idea behind the topic and something also related to the research that we develop in my group. Then I work in the Technical University of Denmark. Then I am a professor in bio-based technologies and sustainability, and I'm also head of a research group called Biomass Conversion and Bioprocess Technology. And in my group, as I mentioned before, we try to develop new processes, new technologies, and very often we have to combine both knowledge in chemistry and in biotechnology, because we work with feedstocks. We work especially with biomass. We try to put value in these raw materials that we have in abundance in the nature, like straw, like husks of cereals, like bagasse, like food wastes, and etc. All these remaining material that usually we do not use for anything else valuable. This is the main starting point of our research. Then we try to use these materials, we try to put the value on these materials to create something new. And this can be products for in the chemistry side. For example, we produce chemicals, we produce enzymes, we produce biofuels, food ingredients, everything that we need for our life, and are not currently produced in a efficiently sustainable way. We try to produce in a better way. And in order to do that, we work in different topics, like on the development of cell factories. This is the main point related to the biotechnology here, because we should have good microbial strains to convert this type of feedstock in the product of interest. And in order to have these strains, in some cases the wide strain is good, it's able to have a good performance to work in the media that we produce from renewable feedstock. But in most of the cases, we still have to improve this performance. And this is where the biotechnology helps us much more. Because we can, very often we apply concepts of adaptive laboratory evolution to improve the robustness of these strains. Or we can also combine some tools in metabolic engineering, with the final aim of developing more sustainable manufacturing processes and different types of available products that attend to the society needs. In fact, it's super exciting to talk about sustainability, because I think that sustainability always gives us a positive message. When we talk, I'm trying to do something more sustainable. Oh, she's trying to do something good. Good for people, good for the environment. And this we can start with our daily life. When you try, for example, to use LED lights in your home, you try a more sustainable approach. You try to save energy. When you try to avoid waste disposal. When you try to save water. When you try to avoid losses, even in the food, when you are cooking, and etc. There are so many things that you can do when you recycle paper, plastics, metal. All these small actions in our daily life, they also impact very positively in sustainability. Then I think that everybody has an opportunity to contribute to sustainability. Today the focus is going to be on how biotechnology can contribute to a sustainable development. I found very useful to include here the meaning of sustainable development, and I took this meaning from the UNESCO. According to UNESCO, sustainable development is the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. That means, let's try to develop our needs in a way that the future generations can also be able to develop their needs, right? And when we try to combine this with in an environmental context with our needs, this means that it requires that the resources are used as optimally as possible to maintain a suitable resource base for the future generations. And how can the biotechnology support the sustainable development? When we talk about biotechnology, we are especially talking about microorganisms, about microbial strains. And these strains, they can help us to produce a variety of products. Then definitely there are many applications on biotechnology that can help us to move towards a better sustainable future. Here I just tried to summarize a few examples. One of very important topic today is on the importance of applying biotechnology for a sustainable agriculture. And here, these are 3 examples only. For example, to design crops for specific environments. This is very important because, especially in countries where the weather is not really proper for certain cultivations, if we have an improvement on the conditions of the plant, able to grow well in a not the best condition, this is an opportunity for several countries. We can also make crops production more efficient and faster, and especially related to the pesticides, we can produce biopesticides that are much greener and can reduce than the use of chemical pesticides. This is good for us and good for the environment. Another very important topic, as also introduced by Francisco, is about climate change and all these topics related to pollution, CO2 emissions, etc. Then biotechnology, it's a very important tool to help us on the decarbonization of the economy, because we can use biotechnology tools to develop new processes that can potentially emit less CO2 than many options that we have currently in the market. And in many cases, there are already studies showing that when we use renewable resources, we can also develop technologies with possibility to emit less CO2. And there is also the opportunity here to reduce the use of chemicals in these processes, and also the need to treat more wastes, etc. at the end. Also, according to the UNESCO, science, technology, and innovation, they are critical to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. And they considered biotechnology the most important aspect to win this battle, to improve the lives of millions of people. And this is because when we have a look in all the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, there are several opportunities to promote sustainable development in all of these goals. Here are only some examples. For example, in the goal 2, when we talk about hunger, no hunger, we have here the opportunity of ending hunger and achieving food security by applying biotechnology. For crops, when I mentioned crops cultivations in different soils, in different countries, this is also an opportunity. In goal 3, for health, we have clear the example that we are living now with the vaccines, and this is a very important example of biotechnology to promote benefits to the health. And we have also related to the pollution and CO2 emissions, the development of alternative fuels or chemicals or more sustainable production processes that can impact in different goals, like the goal 13 or the productions, goal 9, etc. And at the end, if we produce something new, if we are developing new technologies, we are open new opportunities, and we can also promote the new jobs, the creation of new jobs, then we also have this important impact in the society. I'm going to put a bit more focus now on the biotechnology for sustainable processes, that it's now due to these important problems that we have seen on climate change, flooding or drying. The development of these new technologies based on bioprocesses has been considered one of the most important opportunities to overcome these challenges, with potential to promote human welfare in all the three main pillars of sustainability: in the environmental side, social, and economic. We can reduce materials consumption, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, improving education and health, promote more employment and consumption and investment. When we talk about these new technologies using especially renewable feedstocks and biotechnology, a clear and maybe the most successful example that we have so far is the production of biofuels. We have a second generation biofuels production already in large scale in the market, and this due to all this concern in not only due to the possibility of exhausting the finite oil reserves, but also especially due to the emissions, many companies are now interested in promoting these biofuels as a more sustainable or green alternatives to the fossil fuels. But it's not only this is a successful case, but we have also so many other companies trying to develop new technologies for the production of enzymes, other chemicals, etc., also combining biotechnology for a better utilization of these feedstocks. The topic is really beautiful. The opportunities are many, but it's not so easy. And of course, there are some challenges here. And in all the main pillars, to be sustainable, this means that the technology should attend all the three main pillars of sustainability. You can develop something good. I can have a very good strain. My strain is able to produce lactic acid very efficiently. But is my process still or competitive enough to be implemented on a large scale? If I cannot develop at the end a technology that's really economic and promoting an environmental impact, positive, this will be hardly implemented on a large scale. And then this is one of the main challenges, to have something competitive. We have the technologies now in the market, and how we can produce better should be good. It's like beautiful, good, and cheaper. No, then we need to have something here more economic, able to promote positive environmental impact, and at the end, that also promotes social impact. This means that we have to still use many important research efforts and combine technical economic with life cycle analysis to demonstrate the benefits of our technology. Just as a final message on the topic, that I would like just to summarize again, the potential of biotechnology to promote sustainable development is really huge. We can see potential impacts of biotechnology in different areas. Then there are so many opportunities here. And today, the transformation for this bio-based society is one of the main challenges that we are facing. But there are so many efforts, not only from researchers, but also from governments, in trying to have a better future. And this is our challenge today, but I hope that it's going to be a reality in the future. Thank you very much.